there, everybody. This is my Kills Call Me, and welcome back to Higurashi with the Cry Himatsubushi. So, you're looking at me right now and wondering, why are you back on the red box versus blue box tip? Didn't you cover this about 2 episodes ago? Well, the reason why I'm back here is because, as pointed out by one of you all in the comments, there's actually an alternative route to the route I chose during this part of the game. So, I'm gonna go ahead and pick the blue box because the first time I picked the red box. Have you thought about it? And then, you chose this color, didn't you? And as soon as you chose, the other box disappeared. So you can give up on the contents of that one, okay? That's the rule. Now, open up the box you chose. Inside the box there was a stick of chewing gum. Right now you're thinking, that's it? That's right. The contents of the red box and the blue box were a piece of caramel and a stick of chewing gum. Oh my. That's a little creepy. It remembered that I already picked the red box before. You might have thought that you made the wrong choice before, but now seeing them together like this, you can't really say that either choice was the wrong one. Well, I guess everybody has their personal preferences. If you prefer caramel to gum, for example, you're definitely thinking of choosing to open the box again based on that preference. The clear choices you wanted were basically this. The selfish desire to open up both boxes and compare the contents, then pick the one that most suited to you. But you see, reality is the same as this game. If you pick one, the one you didn't choose disappears. So there's no way you could check the result. If at that time, if you had done this, or perhaps if you have done that, then it wouldn't be hard to imagine that you could be happier, or perhaps less happy, than you are right now. In the end, you only have the pleasure of approving of or being disappointed by the choice that you did make. That's fine. After all, didn't you enjoy the thrill of making the choice? If, like now, you knew the contents of both boxes, then the choice between the red box or the blue box would just be a waste of time. Because... What? Okay, that... For some reason I thought that the sentence was going to be really worded, but it wasn't. I don't know. Gosh, my mind's a mush at the moment because I just got out of a 2-hour flight, so my mind's a little bit of a mush, but I'm gonna do this episode, okay? Because instead of this boring game about boxes, you could be looking at the quickly changing evening summer sky, listening for the distant sound of thunder, and pondering if it's going to rain or not. That would be much more fun. You sure do love talking about rain. You know, I really, for the life of me, cannot figure out who the narrator of those segments are. I can't figure it out. I think it might be Rika, but it could not be Rika at the same time, so... With that tip out of the way, let's go ahead and continue on to Chapter 5 of Himatsubushi. That was my first time losing consciousness. You often hear regaining consciousness on top of a bed, but this was my first time actually experiencing it. Oh, hi, Dr. Ari. Realizing that I was awake, a young doctor called out to me. I didn't intend to respond, but it seems my body language had told him I was conscious. My head was wrapped in bandages. The scratches all over my body had also been treated. My sense of pain also returned with my consciousness, causing me to groan from the intense pain shooting all throughout me.
起きないで横になっていてください。頭をだいぶ殴られたようですからね。24時間は特に安静にして容体を見守りたいところです。
Was your mouth moving? I was reading the lines as you were talking, but from the corner of my eye, your mouth stayed closed the whole time. That was a little bit creepy, Ari. Okay, now your mouth's moving.
入江と申します。よろしく。
I remembered that this young doctor was the one in the car I headed the opposite way earlier.
誰かいませんか？大石さんは。
あ、呼んできましょう。診療所の中は禁煙なんで、表で吸ってもらってるんです。
That's impressive for the 1970s. Dr. Ari left the room to go call Oishi. The scenery outside the window was tinted with gold. The pouring rain had stopped, with the voices of the Higurashi heralding the cooling temperature. I felt that the tone of the Higurashi's voices was comforting. Eventually, I could hear heavy footsteps coming closer, which I reckoned to be Oishi's. The fog that was enveloping in my head slowly faded back to reality. What had happened since then? What had happened to the boy? What about the reinforcements from Tokyo? The door to the room flew open, allowing Dr. Ari and Oishi to enter. Oh. Dr. Ari does not look happy standing next to you, Oishi.
ないとお約束はできません。頭に受けた傷は初見だけでは判断が危険なのです。
わかりましたわかりました。ちょいと彼と二人で話がしたいんですが、よろしいですかね。
You took too long to reply, Oishi.
お呼びください。
Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. But he took too long to talk. Oishi, after basically forcing Dr. Ari outside, shut the door.
いかがですか、お具合は。
慣れないことをしたんで全身がボロボロです。
Oishi brought over a folding chair that was leaning against the wall and sat down beside the bed.
犯人たちは逮捕されましたか？
残念ながら。とっくに県外へ逃げたか、村人にかくまわれているかのどちらかでしょうね。まあ、逃がしゃしませんが。
大臣の孫は？
署で保護しています。ただ、東京のあなたのご同僚から一切の聴取は取るなと釘を刺されたらしいですよ。しげちゃんが憤慨してましたっけ？
The kidnapping was a confidential matter, so his custody was also probably being kept under wraps. How the kidnapping of the minister's grandson would be handled, how it would be covered up, treated like it never happened, would be handled by the brass. If this case ended without the nation going to an uproar about it, then our job had been done. The possibility that the minister had negotiated with the perpetrators couldn't be ruled out. But something like that was no longer my concern. My role in this case was over.
ご迷惑をおかけします。公安ってやつはいやらしいところだって思ってるでしょ
う。思いません思いません。お互い日の丸から給金もらって仕事してるだけですよ。
Oishi can be a good guy. Oishi laughed boisterously. When we first met, I was somehow prejudiced against Oishi, but now that feeling was gone completely. See, Oishi can actually be a good person sometimes. He's just trying to do his job. But he can also be quite questionable at points, so I can give the Oishi haters that. Oishi can be questionable at some points, but Oishi's not that bad. This is a Oishi appreciation post right now, isn't it?
そうすれば黒幕の園崎本家に少しは迫れるんですが、まあ適当に迫ったところで圧力がかかるんでしょうがね。やれやれです。
大石さんは園崎本家に今後も戦いを？
まさか。いろいろと黒い噂こそ絶えませんがね。園崎家に恨みがあるわけじゃありませんので。君子危うきに近寄らない方がいいんですよ。ね。
Oishi laughed happily, and I couldn't help but laugh along. Laugh along. Hap along.
あ、そうだそうだ。さっき県警から署に連絡があったそうです。あなたのご同僚が名古屋に到着したそうで、今車でこちらへ向かっているそうです。あなたは名誉の負傷ですから東京へ引き上げだそうですよ。そんなわけです。はあ、お疲れ様でした。あなたの沖宮での仕事は無事終了です。
Well, safely is a questionable word, but it's over. I was being recalled to Tokyo. I inadvertently breathed a sigh of relief when I heard those words.
大石さんのご協力に深く感謝します。あなたに支払った協力金は無駄にはなりませんでしたね。
あら、冗談のつもりだったんだけどな。
Uchi took out his wallet, casually pulled out several large bills, and jammed them into the breast pocket of my shirt.
これは協力金の返済じゃないですよ。
Paying me back from Mahjong?
私からあなたへのお小遣いです。
Yeah, he's paying me back from Mahjong.
この辺は地酒がうまいんでね。東京へのお土産にこいつで買っていくといいでしょ
う。Uchi flashed me a grin.
もしもあなたの傷が軽いようなら東京へ帰る前にぜひ声をかけてくださいよ。おやさんも佐藤さんもぜひあなたともう一度。
I knew he was gonna ask me to Mahjong again.
やれやれ。参ったな。
今度はこっちも小細工抜きです。純粋に楽しもうじゃないですか。
よく言いますよ。現職の警官があんなに濃い様ができるなんて世も末です。
私どもとね、対等以上に撃てるメンツにはなかなかお会いできないもんです。あなたが東京に帰るのが惜しいですよ。
When I heard the words going back to Tokyo from Uishi, I was reminded once again that I was relieved from my duties. Soon, Yuki would be giving birth. It might still be possible to attend the delivery that I had at one time given up on. When I thought that, the pain from my injuries became trivial. I wanted to hurry back to Tokyo and see Yuki at once.
少し傷が重いふりをして。
Your eyes are really green, Oishi. I just now noticed how green Oishi's eyes are.
いいお店をいろいろ紹介しますよ。
Like a strip club?
もちろん、おごれなんて言いません。
申し訳ないですが、それはまたの機会にします。妻の出産日が近いんでね。早く帰りたいんです。
ありゃりゃ。それは知らなかった。それじゃあこんなとこにいちゃいけない。早く帰らないといけません。
For a while after that, Huishi asked all sort of questions about my wife, teasing and bantering with me.
さて、具合はどうです？おきれいそうですか？
ええ、おかげさまで悪くないです。立って歩いても全然平気ですよ。
If this was Keiichi, Keiichi would probably feel worse after talking to Uishi, but since Akasaka's not Keiichi, he feels better. I stood up and shuffled around for a bit, which seemed to amuse Uishi.
いえいえ、ひなみ沢の病院では落ち着かないでしょうと思いまして。入江の先生は一晩泊まらせたいみたいなこと言ってますが、犯人もまだ捕まってませんし、一応ここはあなたにとっては敵地になりますからね。
この病院は安全ではないという。
Oh! Sorry about that. My bad.
入江の先生も多少は社会的信用のあるお人です。ここにいる限りは何もないとは思いますが、赤坂さんの気分的にめいらないかという方が問題ですね。
I relaxed a bit now that things had progressed this far, but it was exactly as Oishi had said. When I realized that this was enemy territory, I suddenly felt uncomfortable. But the only thing left for me to do was leaving. The chance that I would come to harm was logically fairly low. But that didn't mean I was completely safe.
そうですね。横になっているだけならホテルのベッドでも同じな気がします。
そうでしょう、そうでしょう。私もその方がいいと思います。
At that moment, I caught a glimpse of the clock go over Oishi's shoulder. It was the evening. The hours when I could call Yuki at the hospital were almost over. I wanted to tell her as quickly as possible that I would soon be back at her side.
ちょっと雪江の病院に電話してきます。ロビーに公衆電話とかはありませんか？
新婚さんはそういうの豆だな。確か会計の脇にあったと思います。ここで待ってますから、行ってらっしゃい、行ってらっしゃい。
Oishi, laughing while saying that he was jealous, opened up the window and pulled out a cigarette, even though he was in a hospital room. Appreciative of how considerate Oishi was. Well, he's smoking in the hospital right now. How could that be considerate? I set out to the lobby to find the phone. Okay, he did tell him where the phone was, but still, he's smoking in a fucking hospital. The lobby was just a short distance down the hallway from the hospital room. I thought that this hospital was a bit too grand for a village like this, but of course, it was nothing compared to the general hospital Yuki was admitted to. Running inside a hospital wasn't the best of manners, but calling out would suit in, so I dashed over in a hurry. There was nobody else in the lobby. It may have been the evening, but there was nobody at the reception desk. Well, this might actually be lucky for me. I wasn't planning to have a conversation to feel guilty about, but it would still be embarrassing to have someone listen in to the conversation between me and Yuki. Taking a quick look around, I soon found the payphone. Digging around in my pockets, I grabbed a few coins. I was calling Tokyo from here, so I would burn through this amount fairly quickly. I picked up the receiver and inserted the coin, then dialed the number for Yuki's hospital, which I had completely memorized at this point. The number for Yuki's hospital had a lot of 8s and 9s, so dialing in inevitably took some time. Normally, it wouldn't be a big deal, but currently, any time was precious. However, I felt that something was strange as I was dialing in the number. I don't know exactly how to put it, but it was as if the receiver was too quiet. That unique white noise from the telephone line wasn't there. Somehow, I felt that I wasn't getting any feedback from the phone, and without feeling response, I hung up the receiver to try again. The coin popped out from the return slot. I reinserted the coin and began dialing once again, but the receiver was still dead silent.
なんだこれ。断線でもしてるのかな。
While I was wasting time like this, the amount I had to spend talking with Yuki shrunk. I began to feel needlessly impatient.
すみません。
I felt the presence of somebody on the other side of the glass, so I called out. There was an immediate response, and a man who seemed like a pharmacist came over.
はいはい。どうなさいましたか？
すみません。この電話の調子がおかしくて。ちょっと見てもらえますか？
The man came over and tried testing various things with the receiver pressed to his ear. Come to think of it, this was somebody who worked at the hospital, not somebody from the phone company. Just as I didn't know as much about phones, neither would he.
あれ？なんだこれ？
The man held up the cord that connected the phone to the wall. It was completely severed.
だこら参ったな。これじゃ電話会社の人に直してもらわないとどうにもならないですね。電話でしたら事務室のを使います？
I didn't want the people in the hospital office around while I was talking.
近所に公衆電話はありませんか？
ここを出て道なりに行くと商店街に出ます。そこのどこかの角のタバコ屋にあったような気がするな。行けば見つけられると思いますよ。
I was dressed in a hospital gown. I was wearing sandals on my feet. My head was wrapped in bandages. Just looking at me, you could tell I was a hospital patient. No matter how you looked at it, I was not dressed to be wandering outside. But that's where the impetuous youth came in. Choosing the chance to talk to Yuki for even a little longer, I headed outside in my current state. Follow the road to the shopping district. Should be able to find one soon enough. With only those two lines as my guide, I ran outside the gates of the hospital. With the village nestled in the valley, when the sun set, it got dark quickly. The sparse streetlights lit up enough to start attracting moths. The Higurashi, knowing the time for their curse was soon out of clothes, redoubled their fragile cries. Finding the payphone wasn't as easy as the person at the hospital suggested. Was it still up ahead? Did I miss it already? Was I just getting farther away? Just as I was about to be crushed by the wave of uncertainty towering over me, I found a shop on the corner with cigarettes written on a small sign. My joy spurred me onwards. Just as I had heard at the hospital, set next to the counter of the cigarette shop was an antiquated payphone. I wasn't wearing a watch, so I didn't know what time it was. I probably didn't have much left, though. But it was enough. Just as long as I could tell Yuki my job was done and I would be coming home soon. Picking up the receiver, I slid a coin down the slot. But I felt that something was strange, just like in the hospital. Even after inserting the coin, the phone showed no response. I hung at the receiver and tried putting in the coin one more time. But there was absolutely no response. This phone was dead. It couldn't be. Thinking that, I fell along the cord that protruded from the back of the phone. Doing that, my hands found the end of a completely severed line. What is this? Having now had the same thing happen twice, my bafflement was accompanied by a sense of unease. It seemed that the cord had been severed cleanly by a sharp blade of some sort. And I may be mistaken, but it didn't look like much time has passed since it was cut.
すみません。すみません。
Opened up the booth window of the tobacco shop, I looked for someone in the dimly lit interior. Eventually, there were the sounds of somebody plodding down some stairs, and an old lady appeared. The old lady's plodding and lethargic steps, for some reason, only served to make me more frantic.
タバコですかいね。小さまでねんと、わがねのじゃ。
タバコを買いたいわけじゃないんです。この電話が。
Realizing that saying the phone was broken and asking them to take a look at it was going to get me nowhere, I swallowed back my words.
この電話が壊れてるみたいなんで、別の公衆電話があるところを教えてもらいたいのですが。
The old lady moved her jaw up and down slowly as if chewing on the meaning of my words. It seemed that she wouldn't understand until she had digested things thoroughly.
電話。
Did they spell thoroughly correctly?
かいね。
I don't think they spelled thoroughly correctly. I may be mistaken, though.
そんな難儀だわ。
That's the same thing as the guy in the hospital said. That's a dilly of a pickle? They said the exact same thing, didn't they?
参ったな。
他の公衆電話を当たってください。
The old lady directed me to another payphone that seemed quite a ways away. Her way of telling me was so long-winded that I inadvertently started to get impatient. At that moment, I spotted the clock in the dim interior of the store. The minute hand was just about to point straight up. Even if there was a phone right here that I could use, I would only be able to tell Yuki a good night with the time I had left. On top of that, my destination was a remote payphone which I didn't know the exact distance to. If I was of a normal state of mind, deciding to give up the phone today would have been the natural thought process. But, at the moment, I had become somewhat stubborn for some reason. Unable to use the phone in the hospital, and coming out here and still being unable to use one, there was no mistaking that I had become quite insistent on using a phone.
どうもありがとうございます。その電話ボックス探してみます。
Refusing her offer to drop me a map, I left the tobacco shop. According to the old lady, even though the phone booth was quite far away, it would be easy to find. If I just followed this road straight down, I'd eventually find it. Sandals flapping as I ran, I couldn't help but laugh at myself. I'll admit that I was quite steadfast about calling Yuki. But there were days when I was tired or busy when I wouldn't call her. Even today, my entire body was covered with injuries, and I was dead tired. On top of that, there wasn't much time left. It wouldn't be strange at all if today was one of those days that I didn't call her. But having twice been foiled trying to call her, had I become hot-headed about it? Was I like a dog who was being told to stay with a piece of food dangled in my face?
何やってんだろうな。
Even so, I somehow couldn't quell the uneasy feeling sitting in the pit of my stomach. It was like that at the hospital phone, and the same with the one at the tobacco shop. Both cords were definitely not severed from being frayed by long years of use. The clean cuts indicated that somebody had taken something sharp and deliberately cut them. But who? And for what reason? The more I thought about it, the more uneasy I felt, so I tried to push the thought aside. How much had I run so far? How much had I run so far? The scenery around me was no longer that of a shopping district, with residential buildings scattered about the lonely road. The surroundings had already grown dark. I was blatantly out too far for a quick phone. I was blatantly out too far for a quick phone call, and it was quite obvious I was far removed from the hospital. I recalled the clock I saw at the tobacco shop. It might almost be time. I had run for quite a bit, so my breathing had grown quite ragged. If I had just wanted to hear Yuki's voice, I should have just thrown away my reservations and borrowed the phone in the office. I regretted it a little. Well then, was it about time to give up? Just when I thought that, I saw the light in front of me. I had finally found it. It was a phone booth. It seemed that the light in the phone booth had recently been changed, as it shone with a vivid white light. Although in the gloomy Himizawa, it was nothing more than a gathering spot for moss. But, in any case, I'd finally found it! As my hand touched the door of the phone booth, I realized that I was breathing and sweating heavily. I didn't know what time it was right now, but even if it was just for a moment, I might be able to get in touch with Yuki. Since I spent all this effort getting here, turning back without even giving it a try was out of the question. Before I picked up the receiver, another wave of uneasiness washed over me. I was worried that this phone cord might be severed as well. How was the cord in this phone booth? Squatting down, I followed the bundle of cables as they ran along the corner into the ceiling. At a glance, nothing was out of the ordinary. I ran my fingers as far as I could along the line to check it out. The only thing they found was a thick layer of dust. Nothing out of the ordinary. I wonder if it was popular in Himatsubushi to cut the cords of payphones as some sort of tasteless prank. It might be prudent to talk with Uchi-san about this later. Even if it was nothing more than a prank, it was still vandalism of public property. In any case, this one was fine. This time. Pulling out a coin from my pocket with one hand, I picked up the receiver with the other. But this time, before the receiver even reached my ear, I felt something was off. The receiver was light. It was more than a slightly unpleasant feeling. It felt almost sickening. To verify the source of my displeasure, I peered the receiver in my hand with a measure of reluctance.
なんだよこれ。
The coiled cord that connected the receiver to the rest of the phone had been ripped apart, the tip of the cable swaying in the air. It was all I could do to restrain myself as a raw and unpleasant feeling worked its way all way up the small of my back. The small of my back? It was a type of dread. At that moment, I heard the crunch of somebody stepping on gravel. The light was reflecting off the glass walls of the booth, leaving me unable to see outside into the darkness. It's Rika. I steeled myself and stepped out of the phone booth. The inside of the booth was lit with that strong light, which might have made it warmer in there. Just stepping outside, I could feel a chill wash over me. And there was the silhouette of a person. A small silhouette.
君は
The long hair of that silhouette was blown about by the cool breeze. Hi, Rika.
怪我人が病院を抜け出してはいけないのですよ。
Somewhere in my head, I knew who this girl was. I didn't have any basis for it, but I knew that she was that girl.
ねえ、赤坂。
She, Rika Furude, said that almost like it was a warning.
君が電話のコードを。
Her expression remained unchanged, and my question was left unanswered. In other words, no response. Regardless, I felt that she had affirmed my suspicions.
どうしてこんなことをするんだ。
Ooh, he sounds a little bit pissed.
どうして。
The last word had a tinge of anger behind it. I frantically tried to smooth things out, but she did seem very afraid. Oh!
もうどうにもならないことです。
I interpreted her words as meaning that I was going to be in time for calling the hours at the hospital. I'm going to reread that line. I butchered that. I interpreted her words as meaning that I wasn't going to be in time for calling hours at the hospital. But thinking about it, that would have been a strange thing to say. Why would she know something like that? I could take what she had said to have any other meaning. She just stood there like a mannequin, not even moving an inch. Almost to the point that if the wind wasn't occasionally rustling through her long hair, there would be the illusion that time had stopped.
赤坂が私を気味悪く思っているのがよくわかる。
ああ、いや、そんなことないよ。
My denial came out almost like a bad piece of compose for a poetry slam. But her words were right on the mark. I had always felt something ominous and uncanny about her. Ever since her strange threat at the shrine. That's a creepy smile. She had noticed that my expression was contrary to my words, seemingly laughing at the gap between them.
赤坂の怖がり。
怖がってなんかいないよ。
Being laughed at by the small child didn't sit well with me. So I said that.
もう電話を探しても手遅れの時間です。
そうだな。
She didn't even have to say it. I was absolutely too late. I might have already missed calling hours even by the time I reached this phone booth. I was too late. I had no option but to give up for today. Once I decided that, my unhealthy obsession with phones suddenly faded. They could have just reworded this sentence into something other than my unhealthy obsession with phones. Even I thought that it was strange that I was that obsessed. That strange obsession now gone, I began to laugh at how hopeless I was. I mean, just look what I was wearing. It wasn't normal. A hospital gown and sandals. My head was wrapped in bandages, and my body completely soaked in sweat. It was a wonder that the old lady at the tobacco shop was surprised to see me. With wanting to hear Yuki's voice as my motive, I had trapezed around the town the entire evening. I didn't know whether to call it the follies of youth or simply just plain embarrassing. In any case, it was all I could do but to laugh at myself.
もうこれで今夜赤坂がすることは何もないです。
そうだな。もう何もないよ。おとなしく病院へ引き上げるさ。
それがいいのですよ。病院への道はわかりますですか？
わかるつもりだよ。
She waved her little hand as I began to head back the way I came. She began to follow alongside me. Looking at her face, I could see that she wore a mischievous smile, as if she was extremely interested in whether or not I would get lost.
リカちゃんの家もこっちの方向なのかい？
なのですよ。
こんな時間に一人で表を歩いてると、ご両親に怒られたりしないかい？
別に怒られませんです。
Oh.
今日はご両親は忙しい日なので、僕のことなど忘れていますですよ。
それでも帰った方がいい。きっと怒るよ。
それでも赤坂とおしゃべりする方が面白いのでいいのです。
She said that with a face free from worry as she looked up at me once more and smiled. When she showed me that smile, the eerie feeling surrounding her faded. But even then, she was still as mysterious as to me as ever. We arrived at the corner I had turned at earlier, but it was much darker than before, and with the point of view change on the return trip, I wasn't very confident that this was actually the corner I turned at. There's no mistake. It had to be this corner. As I began to move my feet again, the girl grabbed onto my clothes. Oh, hi. You're
赤坂
close.
は病院へ戻るのではないのですか？
You're really close, Rika.
もちろん戻るつもりだよ。道間違えた？
A short moment of silence. Eventually, still holding onto my clothes, she began to walk. It was the beginning of the walk to the hospital this mysterious girl would take me on. Oh! The mysterious walk. We'll have to wait till next time. So, if you all like this video of Higurashi when they cry, Himatsubushi, hold up,
電話のコードを切って回ってたの。
I knew you were going to do this to me. I knew you were going to talk in my face, Akasaka. I knew you were going to do that. But this is all I have for this time of Higurashi when they cry, Himatsubushi. If you all like this video, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you all next time. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you all next time with the mysterious walk with Rika Furude. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you all next time. I'll see you all next time.
OK OK